Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and today we are going to be unboxing, finally, the Slave One. This is the Vintage Collection Slave One. It came out earlier this year, and it's about time. It's Boba Fett time, right? It's like Boba Fett season right now that we all saw Boba Fett. Spoiler alert for Mandalorian, if you haven't watched it by now and you're not caught up, it's too late. Disney already let us know with their poster that Boba Fett is a big part of the Mandalorian. And I've been sitting on this. I had no idea. I just bought this before I moved, and it just kind of ended up coming. I have so many vintage collection things that I want to open but never opened. So if you want to see more vintage collection, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have the notification bell turned on. And thumbs up the video if you want to see. It just lets me know that you guys like this stuff. But we're going to be looking at Boba Fett's Slave One. Now, what's interesting about this is it doesn't come with Boba Fett. Weird move. Weird move. So this is actually going to be harder to do just because you can tell already, like, it's just a different angle. But, like I always like to do, let's take a look at the outside of the box. Okay, so we've got our Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett Slave One. I just love the work they put into, like, the diorama backgrounds, making it look like Cloud City. It says figures not included. Oh, and again, in multiple language, figures not included. So none of these figures, no Boba Fett, no Cloud City people. But it does include a display stand. Okay, 4 and up. I believe it comes with a Han Solo and Carbonite. I don't remember. It has the old school Kenner vibe on it. Let's see if I can flip this upside down without hitting my keyboard. There we go. Okay, so it looks like it does have the swivel wings, and it looks like the turrets do move back and forth. I believe. I'm not sure what that arrow is pointing. Oh, it actually shoots a projectile. That's duh. It's hard to look because I'm looking through a phone, not looking at the actual box. Empire Strikes Back here. Oh, there we go. 0 to 3. Sad babies approve of this toy, so that is a good thing. That means we're off to a good start. This is upside down. Let me see if I can flip that the correct way here. That's good enough for me. So this is kind of like the back end of the ship. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. What is on the other side of this box? And let's turn you the right way. There we go. Sorry for the reddish lights. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett Slave One. Again, there's just another scene that you can do with it. And of course we've got, I believe this is just the other side. This is the same thing on both sides. Right? Correct. Am I missing anything? I see that move right there. And I think I looked at the other one already. Oh, I missed this panel entirely. Take a look at that. So there's it with the display stand. That actually looks really cool. The back of it looks amazing. Includes Han Solo and Carbonite. See, I told you. I told you it did. And there's a cockpit where we can actually sit Boba. And I've got Boba over here among some other stuff. But and there's a Mando head just sitting there. But I've got Boba ready to go for this video. Okay, now that we have taken a look at the outside of the box, it is time to get this bad boy open. Now, I like to save these boxes, especially for this big, expensive stuff. If I recall, this was 140, 180, perhaps. I'm actually just going to look it up right now. So, I did look on Amazon just to see what the regular price was, and I'm only seeing one person selling it for an exorbitant amount of $457. And then there's another one about 3 hits down that says Star Wars Slave One with Boba Fett for $89. That's not this one. Don't get fooled. That is a Force Awakens crappy one. I actually bought one for $10 and haven't opened. If you want to see it and how bad it is, let me know and I'll do a video on it. Because it's in my garage. I moved it when I moved all this stuff. But I couldn't find it on Amazon, but I did find it on Hasbro Pulse, sold out for $150, and on BestBuy.com, and they still have them in stock there. There's even a couple other websites like Zavi, who actually sent me the Boba Fett helmet. So you may want to check them out, because they do have this in stock still. Alright, let me see how I can get this open. This is a hard one to do, just because it's so large.
That's what she said.
Alright, let's, oh, here goes. Here goes. This is... Yikes. I wasn't kidding. Okay. Well, there's that. That wasn't so bad, but there's still so much ship to get to here. This is a good size ship. Oh wow. Oh my There's stickers I gotta put on too. Okay. Dude, this is huge. If this is any indication as to how big the Razor Crest is gonna be. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to like really set this up. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the stickers on. I'm gonna turn off the cameras. I'm gonna re-record once I've got it all built and all ready, because it looks like there are a lot of pieces and things that I gotta do, and I'd rather not have the camera running for another 30 minutes. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Okay, here I am. I put it all together. So figuring out how to put the wings on, figuring out how to like where everything goes and all the pieces fit, took me, and the stickers, took me probably about 15-20 minutes, but I was recording this on Monday night when I started, and actually it was like 10 o'clock at night and my internet had gone out. So I was like, you know what? I don't need the internet to record a video. Let's do this video. And my lights are internet controlled lights, but they're on a timer. So they went off. My nightly timer to turn all my lights off just happened to go off, and I couldn't turn them back on. So I lost my footage halfway through. So now it is Wednesday night, literally right before I'm about to put the video out, and I'm finishing the video, very much in style of me. So I do want to talk about some of the features and cool things on this. Again, it was a little bit to like put together, but I just want to go over this thing. It is amazing. The display stand that it comes with is so cool. It's like it's a very clear, just plain stand. You guys can see some more footage of it here. It scratches very easily, is what I'm noticing. There's a lot of scratch marks on the bottom now. I haven't even used it very much. But the ship itself is huge. It's just a little under 20 inches. It's probably like 19 and a half inches from the bottom here all the way to the very top. And it's a good size, almost 2 feet tall, this ship. And it's just got some neat features. There's a little cockpit, Boba Fett's inside. But I wanna kind of just go over some of the details here. So I'm gonna remove it from the stand, and you guys can see some footage here of what all these details do. So one of the first things that I really like is the drop-down storage compartment on this front section here. It does have a drop-down, and inside that drop-down is a little escape pod. And it's a really cool little escape pod. One of the problems I had initially was getting the escape pod to fit and close correctly. You really got to squeeze down this gray bottom part really hard so you can do that and put that on there. But it does fit a figure. You can fit a little bit more, your blasters, whatever. Like, you can fit all that kind of stuff inside the escape pod, and that escape pod actually fits perfectly right up in underneath the front section of the Slave 1. It's pretty cool. Now, again, see if you notice, I'm having trouble. I always have trouble trying to get this thing back on. And it shouldn't be that bad. Okay, good. Got it. And that closes back up. One of the other things that is another, like, secret storage spot is right underneath in the front. So we've got our little storage that pops up down here. But right in the very front, there's this other little storage space. Bloop, pops right out. Now, I'm keeping Din Djarin's little Amban blaster. I've got a Camtono full of Beskar that I'm keeping in there. But you can keep your figures, accessories in there. And the instructions didn't really mention that was like a storage space. It did mention that it pops out as like a loading ramp. But inside, you can stash stuff like a smuggler would. One of the next neat parts is the actual inside of the ship. Notice this panel folds right open. And you've got the inside of the ship. You can see into where the escape pod was. There's like a little grate there, and I've got some really cool footage where I put lights, and you can see just kind of like, it just makes for good pictures. But I did have to put 2 stickers on, 2 on the right side. The stickers against the back wall were already on there, so I didn't have to do those. But it was kind of a pain to like put the stickers in on the sides there. And then I had 2 more stickers to put on this little rolling area that attaches to the wing. One of my complaints is that this flap, the side flap, even though it does go down and close, it comes undone a little too easily. And I don't like that. Alright, let's kind of put this thing back upright. Just, the back of this thing is gorgeous, though. Look at the details of this thing on the back. It is so cool looking. They did such a good job on all of this. And you'll notice there are the little concussion missiles right here, the ones that he does in the asteroid field that go from episode 2. And they do drop. If I hold, there's a little button here on the side. If I hold the button, it does fall. Oop, I dropped it on the floor. So it is official. And there's the other one. Boom. Pretty cool. And not only that, but these little cannons up front, they rotate, as they should, and they fire. So they got a firing missile. I'm going to fire it straight up in the air. These are kind of hard to do. I'm actually going to lay the whole thing down, point it straight up. And it fell on the floor. Yep, gone forever. So those plop right back in. Again, they're a little hard to actually fire. But they do fire, and they fire really well, which is always a nice, a thing. But I think the last part we've got here is the actual inside of the cockpit. Now, this piece folds down. I don't know if it was just the way mine was in the box. You can kind of see it there. Mine's crooked. Like, the way the cockpit is, it kind of leans this way instead of being, flat. So when I go to put it on, you can see it doesn't quite line up right. You see that gap? And so, I mean, it snaps. It all snaps into place just fine. And it stays snapped. But, mine was a little bit warped. And for $150, I don't love that. But the cockpit does come all the way down. And notice he's stuck there. That's because the wings are in the landing position. But if I raise these, if I rotate the wings. See, as you see it rotate, you can see that the cockpit definitely does kind of move along. No matter which way I have him oriented, he's always going to be upright, which is really cool. And then another cool thing, That's double official. Han Solo just went flying out. I do like that this locks in place. But Han Solo fits right in this little top portion right there, so he can always be close to Boba, because they are good close friends. Now, whoa, that closed on its own. One of the other neat things, as far as the actual cockpit goes, you can fit 3 characters in there. You can fit 3 characters, but, and here's a little close up. It's small. The little waist clips that go on there are very, very small, and I did struggle getting Boba and Mando both inside the cockpit. But once I did, it actually makes for some pretty cool pictures. So I really think this $150 toy, yes, it's a toy, but it's also really, really good quality. Definitely the best version ever made. This beats the cheapo one that I got. I mean, look at this. This box isn't even as big. This is the 2015. This one comes with Boba, which is nice, but he's not fully articulated. He's just 5POA. And the ship itself is tiny. But if you want to see me do a comparison video on the 2015 Force Awakens version, which I know it wasn't in Force Awakens, but we say that because it's when it came out and Kylo Ren was on there. So it was during the marketing push for Force Awakens. But if you want to see me do a comparison of that one with this one, we can do that. It's going to be a sad comparison. But let me know if you want to see something like that. And also let me know, what do you think of this? This thing is huge. 2 feet tall, super detailed, got the concussion missiles. I mean, that's what you get when you get vintage collection vehicles. They're overpriced, yeah, but they do a really good job and they're really neat. And with one like this, you don't really see it in stores. I've never seen this in physical stores. So you don't end up with that situation like you do with stuff that goes to Walmart. So the TIE Fighters went to Walmart. Jabba's Palace went to Walmart. And what I see in a lot of collectors groups is people, whenever they announce them, you get a bunch of these crotchety old guys who are nah, used to be better when I was a kid. I'll just wait till it goes on clearance and then I'll buy it because it's overpriced. It's yeah, you like it, but you don't really want to support. I get it. It is expensive. I agree 100%. But, when you don't support the line, it definitely hurts. It hurts not just the company, but it hurts everybody. Because then we don't get stuff as often. And when we do, it's in limited quantities. And then it becomes a scalper's world where the only way to buy it is on eBay because they only had 2 per store. And they got swooped up like that. You know, it's one of those things where if we actually bought it and supported it, then it wouldn't go to clearance. And they could have bigger quantities. Because we want it anyways. We're going to buy it anyways. But we're going to refuse to buy it at the store for full price. We're going to get mad when the store's out of it. And then we got to go to the third market and pay just as much, if not more, than we would have in the first place. It's a vicious cycle that we do to ourselves. And so, in this case, $150. Yeah, I'm okay with it. It's not perfect. It should have come with Boba Fett for $150. But it is so well featured, and like I said earlier, in the earlier part of the video, if this is any indication of what the Razor Crest is going to be like, oh man, the Razor Crest is going to be huge. $350, so it's going to be like twice as big. It's going to be big. Like Razor Crest is going to be from like here to here. I won't even be able to record the video here. I'll have to do outside. That's how big it's going to be. So I'm pretty stoked on that. I'm stoked to see Slave One. Now I've heard people's theories that in Mandalorian, something's going to happen to Boba Fett. So everyone's like, somehow Mando's going to end up with Slave One. We know Razor Crest got destroyed. Sorry. Spoilers if you're not caught up. We know Slave One was in the last episode. We know Boba Fett's back. But he's old. He's old. Older. He's not super old, but he's like older. I don't know, a lot of people theorize that the new ship that he gets is going to be the Slave One. So let me know in the comments. Is that something you want to see? Do you want to see Mando take over the Slave One? And like a weird honor thing where Boba would be like, no, I take my ship, I failed you. Or Boba dies and he ends up with the ship. Something weird. Would you rather see Mando from Mandalorian take Slave One or get a brand new ship? Or repair the Razor Crest? I like all three, but I want a brand new ship. I want something new to collect. That's just me. I love collecting. I love Star Wars. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, being a part of the whole channel, coming by, hanging out. I'll do a watch party for Mando for the next 2 episodes over the next 2 weeks. 11 Pacific time at midnight, like close an hour before midnight each night. So if you want to join me, I'll be here live on the Dano channel. I'm losing my voice. I need to drink some water. Guys, thank you. That just means it's time to end the video. So again, thanks for watching. Special shout out to channel members, to Patreons, to subscribers, Sad Baby Squad. You guys are the best. All of you. So that's it. Until next time, don't be a moof milker. Don't be one of those people who's like, no, I'm going to refuse to. I get it. If it's out of your budget, it's out of your budget. But don't be a crotchety old. Don't be a moof milker. Instead, be the spark. Inspire other people to do cool things. Maybe make your own. If you don't like the price, get it. Use a 3D printer. Print your own. There's a lot of cool files. Make your own out of cardboard. Make your own out of styrofoam. To be creative. Do cool things. Don't be a moof milker. Be the spark.